Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning into our presentation for the Student Affairs Division Assessment Symposium. We are the Student Engagement and Leadership Center, and the title of our presentation today is Strength in Numbers, Post-Pandemic On-Campus Engagement. My name is Rumi Daler. I use she, her pronouns. I am the Assistant Director for Leadership, Inclusion, and Engagement, and I'll let my colleague Daisy introduce herself.
Hi, everybody. My name is Daisy Marquez. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm the Leadership, Inclusion, and Advocacy Coordinator.
Wonderful. So I'm going to start here with a quick overview. The overview is that UTEP returned to 100% in-person operation for academic year 2021-2022. And with that, expectations of our department required development and strengthening of engagement opportunities. And the analysis shows there was an overall growth in engagement and participant satisfaction, which we'll get to with our graphs in just a second.
Yes. So some key findings is that response to new engagement experiences shows both distinct need and excitement among students. Growth in number of fraternity and sorority life saw an increased leadership development opportunities for students, and the number of student organizations increased to 250 and more. Now we're going to talk about our Ring Minor graduation. This celebration is intended for graduating students who are also members of the LGBTQIA++ community. So we increased our ceremonies from one in the fall to one in the fall and one in the spring. There was a 61% increase in attendance from fall 2021 to spring 2022.
Thank you, Daisy. Our next area of discussion is Mind Tracker engagement, which is this big graph here in the middle. The chart documents our total unique visits to Mind Tracker. And what a unique visit means is it's the first time a device visits a website on any given day. So for example, one person may visit Mind Tracker across 3 devices in one day. Those 3 visits count as unique. With that said, we have data from spring 2021 to spring 2022 for comparison. First, I'd like to compare spring 21 to fall 21. There was a 68% increase in unique visits to Mind Tracker, showing that people were looking for engagement opportunities and looking for other ways to get involved. And then from spring 21 to spring 2022, there was a 34% increase in engagement. So while there is a dip between fall 21 and spring 22, there's still a significant increase from spring 21 to spring 22, which means that engagement is continuing and people are still looking for those involvement opportunities and ways to have fun here on campus. The next graph here in the middle is about our coffee house and open mic program, which was brand new this academic year. We did one iteration of it in fall 2021. And then as you can see by this graph, our attendance went all the way up to 61 people at our last iteration this past spring on April 13th. That's a 103% increase in attendance from our first iteration to our last iteration.
Thank you, Romy. And so now we can talk about our student organizations. In the beginning of the 2021-2022 year, we had a total number of 222 organizations. Towards the end of that year, we had 253. That is an increase of 14%, which is incredible. Fraternity and sorority life, it will be our last topic that we cover. Now, in the fraternity and sorority life community, we use chapters and organizations interchangeably. And so chapters at the beginning of the fall semester were at 7. And at the end of the spring semester, we had a total of 10 chapters. So we saw an increase of 3 new chapters in our community. In the fall 2021, we had 204 total members. These numbers were collected after recruitment. Now, out of those 204, 51% of them were new members. Fall semesters are usually very high and heavy in recruitment. Now, in the spring 2022, there was a total number of 219 members, 20% of those being new members. So there was still an increase of 15 members in our fraternity and sorority life.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Daisy. As you can see, overall, we had a wonderful increase in numbers across all our various areas here in the Student Engagement and Leadership Center. And we're really proud to continue to work towards increasing those numbers for fall 2022 and spring 2023. And we're really excited to look at all of these sort of numbers again at next year's Division of Student Affairs Assessment Symposium, where we can share that continued increase in engagement. If you have any questions about this information presented here or any other things you may be curious about, please feel free to reach out to our office. We can be reached at selc@utep.edu. I'd like to also thank Daisy again for helping present today for this recorded version of the presentation. I hope everyone has a wonderful day.
Thank you. Go Miners.